and welcome back to Low Bell Spark. I know, I'm the wrong person. That should be him that's saying that, or that way. I don't know which way round this fucking is. Anyway, anyone that doesn't know me, I'm up for the challenge. Basically, we're going to be chatting today about friendship, and which is kind of why I'm here. Hi. And also, for some of you haven't realised, because you may have not seen the video from last time, this is kind of Low Bell's return. You may not have realised he's been gone because we've been re-uploading videos and we've been, getting other people to talk on here. But it's basically, this is the return. And he thought, you know what? What better way to do that than someone who isn't Low Bell actually helping him return? I know it doesn't make any sense to you, but fuck it, we're a little bit gone in the head, so it's fine. How are we doing? How are we doing, normal host?
We my name is Low Bell, by the way.
Oh yes, didn't know who it was.
I'm doing just okay, actually. Like it's very weird because I had these grand plans of the day I come back. It's like Low Bell Spark, the intensity, the all that. And I don't have that today. But it's comfortable to say that to you. like I don't have it right now. Can you pick me up today? Like that's...
The thing is, as well, this is Low Bell Spark. A spark can always turn into a fire, but it's still a spark, and that's the main fucking thing.
Right. Yeah, no, 100%. It's a momentary flash of light.
Yeah. Today we've got some embers. Tomorrow we'll have a full bonfire. So that's the thing. It's and that's the point of it as well, is that it's being able to chat and still being able to interact, because
right.
And the reason you've been gone, so if anyone doesn't know, the reason you've been gone is because you were getting to the point where you just went, I can't keep fucking going at this speed. I can't keep doing this. Otherwise I'm going to collapse. So it's, the whole reason.
And I think that was smart on my part to be like, I have to do this. But I built it up in my head for so long of like the day you come back, the first podcast or whatever, on fire. And then I woke up this morning and I wasn't on fire. And I'm like, fuck. Well, this is it. But the whole premise of this podcast is friendship. So I'm leaning on you.
I mean,
and we're going to get it done. Like that.
I mean, if most people woke up on fire, I think they'd be more concerned they were on fire. But, but I mean, it's the whole idea. I mean, going, oh yeah, it's, I'm going to come back. It's that kind of quote of everyone has a plan until you get hit in the face. It's as simple as that. It's everyone. Yeah. What is this meant to be? The amount of times I've had to call off podcasts before because with guests, because I've just gone, I can't do it. But then I've had days when I've recorded 3 podcasts in one day.
Right.
It's difficult to do because the whole point for both of our communities, for both of us, is to be like, right, we're the ones that are up. We're the ones that are, we are trying to make sure that you guys can see that you're going to be okay. And it's actually fuck on.
This is actually a perfect example of what friendship is. I really didn't want to do the podcast today. Like I didn't. And you're like, no, I got you.
But I'm the person that's going, no, motherfucker, do goddamn podcast. That's basically what he's saying there. For anyone that didn't get the coding there, I'm waiting for fucking help.
Go to my TikTok page and see how many times I say, fuck you, do
it. He's just there. There's going to be hand signals in me. He's saying help. But no,
but I was comfortable to say that to you. Like that means a fuck ton to me, man. Like that's, so my whole life is centered around, well, sports, but aside from sports, it's centered around a group of friends that I have had for 30 years. And the reason that all like 15 of these people are thriving in life and have gotten through things is because we have dedicated ourselves to each other. As in, you're going through something, if someone's high, you help them. You help them when you're high and they're low. For me, today, I'm low. I don't know if you're high or not, but you're helping me.
Well, see, this is... I'm sorry, but...
that's...
The names alone, you are Low Bell, and I am up for the challenge. So fucking work. I mean, the fucking...
Now, that's the TikTok That's the.
I mean, what the fuck else? I mean, it's that's the, you know, but it's.
Yeah. It's just, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. But like,
Back. You're back. That's the,
I'm back.
That's the thing.
Like, I'm back.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. And we're going to get this thing cranked up. It's just today, I couldn't predict
Well,
how I was going to feel. So I was like, hey, up.
Hey, a crank has time. You crank something up. It has to start down here. All right. So it was no fucking good. If you're cranking it up, you've got to start lower and keep going up. That's all it is.
And there's no better person in the world that I would ever pick to be like, we're coming back today. You got to help me, man. Like, you got to help me because I'm so fucking low.
I am, of course, up for the challenge. But it's, yeah, that's what you take. And that's the point. Like we said about friendship and having someone there and discussing it and being low, because that's when you're just going to go, oh, fuck, I can't do this. But it's also, as I said off camera as well, that is the time when I think we also need to show everyone else, because a lot of the time we are the people that are like, no, come on, we fucking got this, come on. And then when we're not that good, sometimes you don't want to get in front of the camera because it's like, if I don't want people to know that I'm not. So no, actually, they need to know that you are low too, because that means that when they're low, they don't beat themselves up more because they've never seen you low. It's like, because that's the problem with a lot of kind of idealizing people of like when somebody then has a day when they're awful and you never see it, you just think, well, they're always so good. They're always, and it's like, well, no, actually, like they were really fucking bad. And
so you have given me the confidence to say to the world, low bow is low today. Like it's not like I am not good today. And I wanted so bad to be awesome. And just, I'm not there. But then ADHD goes through your brain and says, okay, well, this is how you were feeling 2 months ago when you took this break. So now it's conflicting of like, am I ready to come back? Or am I ready? This is the perfect way for me to come back because the whole premise is friendship. You're a friend. I love you and you're helping me. So
the way of taking control as well, because when the ADHD is trying to say, you know, are you ready? Can you do this? And you're just going, no. Look, I've got the fucking control. I'm saying that we're doing this. It's me. It is not the ADHD. It's not this. It's not that.
Right.
Because, I mean, I've spoken about this before about having that, giving a name to part of your brain. That part of your brain that always wants to talk shit to you. If you give it a name, it's far easier to deal with. Because if you think of it as a separate person, if you have it, and I'm not talking about like actual, you know, two thoughts yet. I'm just thinking, you know, that part of you that always, you know, if you put on weight that looks in the mirror and goes, you piece of shit, whatever. If you say to that part of your brain, you know, call it, I don't know, whatever, Genghis Khan, whatever fucking name you want to come up with, so it is not you. I think it's easier to deal with because you're just like, no, fuck you, Genghis. I'm fucking doing this. I'm awesome. Fuck you. And it becomes easier to deal with sometimes because you're going, no. I have control. I have this, not you.
Yeah. And that, but trusting the person to take over when you can't do it. You have to trust that person.
Off now, motherfucker.
Fuck you. This is Lomas.
I have control. It's mine.
See, but this is the whole thing. Now I'm getting more energized because but
thing is having somebody to bounce off of, and can be so important because
it's everything. It's everything.
Yeah, because having someone there that you can talk to, because it's so difficult. Let's be honest. Life's shit most of the fucking time. It's just that you find the times, like it's like if anyone says, "Oh, life is a roller coaster," yeah, most of the time you're shitting yourself, and then you go, "Oh, this was fun." Nah, fuck.
And then you get back in the line to go on the roller coaster again.
You had a really nice view at the top, and then you went, "Oh no, it's going down." You know, so it's shit. But if you're there with your friend, with your partner, with someone else in that roller coaster, yeah, it's shit. But at least you've got someone's fucking arm to grab hold of. You know, that's the point.
The whole thing with this podcast. Like, I don't know a lot of details of, the science behind all these kind of things. Great, wonderful. If you like to read, that's awesome. I can't, but I'm going to be there for you if I give a shit about you. And that, like, every time. That is my advantage, is I just love you. Like, that's what it is. So, like, and I will never stop. I will never stop. And that's the ADHD side of me that is great. And, I knew you have the turn your own light on first.
I was about to say, I was gonna.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. It segued great into that. But for me, it's, I just love you. Thank you.
And you've said it already. The turn your light over. If you can't,
I'm gonna get you to say I love you, Lobau, by the end of this. I'm gonna get you.
The main thing. The thing is, if you're not okay yourself, you're a fuck all use to anyone else.
Right.
You put it in straight down the middle. That's why we say turn on your light first. Because, like I've said before, if you're the one that always picks somebody else up, if you're the one that's always there for somebody else, and you finally fall below where anybody else can get to you, there's no one else to help them anymore and to pick them up. So you have to come first. And that's part of why then you have friendship groups, so that you can be there for each other. It's intertwined, because being there for yourself also means you can lean on someone else. And I think the problem is that so many times we'll go, no, I don't need to lean. You lean on me. And it's like, no.
That's not how that
I'm
works.
here. I need a fucking shoulder. You cunt. Just fucking stand there.
That's literally what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
Is leaning on you to help me, because I woke up like shit today.
And we're sitting down, because standing up, you can fucking reach and lean on me. But
that, God, what? I'm not a midget. I'm not a midget.
For anyone that doesn't know, Lobau's 5-something. I'm 6'2".
Broad shoulders with no. So it basically, oh God, this is fun now again. Thank you for providing the spark that I needed.
What happens when I take over, you see?
No, don't worry. If I'm good tomorrow, I'm taking back over, okay?
You'll be, this next podcast will just be like, normal service has been resumed.
That's exactly right. No, but it is, how this started was, we get groups together and just shoot the shit. Like, we just talk, and people are free to say, like, yeah, I'm not doing well. But that's, to me, that's everything in the mental health space. It's like, and I'm going to steal your words. You said this the first time I ever talked to you, was just the fact that someone noticed, just the fact that someone gave a flying fuck. That's it.
Sometimes that's all it needs. If you're like, we all know of people that have just got to the end, and they will some people won't, some people will, it's done. But sometimes people will text, they'll message, they'll do everything, and all they need is a reason not to do something stupid. All they need is a reason to be there. All they need is a reason to love themselves. And if you're just going, and if I don't know, you get a text or someone just going, hey man, I'm not doing well, and you just going, honestly, even if you can't deal with that right now, you're just gonna go, you know what, man, I'm doing shit as well. Friday, drink. Friday, coffee. Friday, we'll do something. Or basically just going, hey,
it's a response.
I've noticed that you're there. I'm not ignoring you. I'm going, hey, I'm not doing well either. I tell you what, we'll catch up. We'll go fishing. We'll do whatever.
It's a response.
They just needed to know that somebody gave a shit. Somebody was there and noticed. Because even if they'd messaged 100 people, you're the 100th person. They're just thinking, I'm just going to go to bed and just fucking vegetate. But then they see a message, and suddenly that can mean, oh, someone does care.
Right. It takes that person on the other side to know that responding is what works.
Yeah.
Like we first started, hanging out or whatever. It was basically like I told you from like in the morning till about 2:00, I probably won't respond to any messages. So that you knew that like it's not me ignoring you. That's that portion of the day, and then
I'm hours ahead anyway. So it's... Lobo Spark podcast is proudly supported by Terry Shabilla, Leo Guinan, Kirk Hofstrom, Casey Elliott, Sarah Delano, Justin Allingham, Blushing Crafter, Jamie Young, and Beth Jones, as well as several others who are anonymous contributors. Without you, this podcast could not continue. So thank you so much for your support.
London's always ahead.
No, it's fucking London, but yes, we are.
But it took intelligence on my part to say, like, I know his personality, and it's similar to mine in terms of, like, if we don't get an immediate response, it's like they don't care, or they're, this and that. So dictating and saying, like, from this hour to this hour, I'm not going to be responsive. If you send something and I don't get back with you, it's okay.
Look, fucking respond to me. But it's,
but does that make sense? I mean, it's basically laying out like,
definitely. For anyone that
I'm here for you. Just,
I think, and knowing and that being both ways, that's the thing with if you know someone, and that's also the thing of why I always say, if you haven't heard from someone for a while, just send them a text. If you, because let's be honest.
That reminds me, I need to DM Blushing. That reminds me. I've not heard.
Honest. If as guys, like, we can go 10 years and then go back and see a mate, and it's as if we spoke.
Nothing's ever happened, or right? Exactly. Yeah.
No, we're shit at that anyway. Every now and again, just be like, just send a text. Just be going, hey, how you doing? You might not get a response, but you don't need to get a response, because they may not respond to you because they're in a shit place, but they still saw your message. They still got that message. So
that is my entire drive. Is that? Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
We just share the UK. So, right. So any Americans over here, I have no Americans that have interacted with this. This is where you also, because I've said this before, England and or UK and America are alike and separated by the same language. Because over here, a normal grating? Fuck, I've got cheese. A normal greeting is, you're right. We're not actually asking if you're right. That I was saying hello. So the response is, you're right. It's you're right. You're right. That's it. But the problem is, if you don't know
same thing. Like,
because if you don't know that, you might think that someone's actually asking if you're all right, and then that can be awkward. Like, for us, I think, how are you? It's and are you okay? Okay or right. So right, you're right. That right just means you're right. How you doing?
Right. The okay.
That's us actually asking. That's the difference. Because I think sometimes you might, if you know Brits as well, you might throw it away as they don't really know. They don't really want to know how I am. But if we're saying, are you okay? Or how are you? No, we're asking. We are asking.
So would you prefer, are you okay, or how are you? Like,
it depends on the person.
So for you, I would say it's the how are you? Because you have literally demonstrated a textbook on mental health throughout everything you've ever done of how to deal with these things. And basically your response is, I feel a little bit shit today. I'm in a low or whatever. But that's confidence to say that to someone you trust. Like, in that, so you have to build trust with people, which is so hard for mental health to do, because you don't want to put yourself out there. But if you do, I swear to you There are people out there. Oh God, I'm getting fired up now. Thank you.
Flames from behind.
There are people out there that will respond to that fucking text. And there are people out there that will help you.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, I've always said that if you reach out, someone will reach back.
Right.
It does, and it might be the person you least fucking expect. It might be someone you haven't fucking spoken to for a decade, and
right.
It's like, oh man, I've been meaning to message you. How you doing? You know,
yeah.
And it's like, fuck, that person must.
But it all comes down to confidence to do that.
Yeah.
So what I love about this podcast is we preach confidence in yourself to do what works for you, and the confidence to reach out and say, I am shit. And like I did with you today, be like, I'm shit. I'm getting a lot fucking better now, though. I can tell you that.
It's also, I think, making connections when you can. So I did a podcast over on my podcast, which anyone that hasn't, I fucking said I was going to do this. It's Good to Talk podcast. He's on my one, but it's already gone out. So go and fucking watch it. It's Good to Talk podcast. Get your ass over there after this finishes. If he has more views than I do, I won't be happy. Anyway,
that's not going to happen.
There was a point to that, rant. So I had someone on recently who also has their own podcast within it, and we were talking about people that have been there for us, like coaches, like lecturers at university and whatever. And we were both saying, like, why the fuck don't we message them? Why don't we just say, hey, are you okay? You really helped. By the way, if you don't know, you really helped me out when I was studying. You really helped me out when I was on this team and I didn't think I was good enough, or whatever it is. And we were both like, we both said a person that both of us were like, yeah, why haven't we messaged them? And we were saying to each other, like, go and message them. Like, we should go and do that, because that's a connection. And hey, you might not get a response from that person, but you might do. If you made a connect, if that was a mentor to you, that person was a mentor. They're a supervisor to your degree, or they were a coach for you when you were a college football player, whatever it is. That hurt me to call university college. But no, like if they were a mentor in some way, they'd probably love to hear from you if you're doing okay. Having that.
And well, it's because it's a team. You talked to this person and y'all discussed, oh, wait, we haven't messaged. Why have we not messaged? This person. So it was two of you that helped the one person. So it's, if you get together like this and you just discuss your struggles, it builds and it builds and it builds to the point where, like, if you can't help someone, you're not in the right headspace, someone else fucking is and can. And that is a massive thing to know that you always will have support, no matter what.
Yeah, and that's part of what you want to build. You want to have those. So, but there's why I have always hated this, especially with mental health issues. I've always hated the saying of, and they fucking use it in the Muppets Christmas Carol. I know it's a random place, but is if measure of a man you simply count his friends. Bullshit. Lobo Spark has started a fundraiser called Lauren's Infinity for Crisis Text Line. Just $19 can help someone who is in absolute crisis. Please support that today for the memory of all those who we couldn't get to. Because for so many people, it's so hard to make those friends.
Right.
Those people. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't, when you're in a good place, at least reach out and know that you can make those friends.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why we do this. It is to make sure that people feel comfortable saying, hey, Up is a pretty cool person. Mechie is a pretty cool chick. That's...
Just to be clear, I am a complete cunt. But,
No, you are not, okay? Not on here. That's my show.
We go with either one. But it's
I think you're so loving. And you're so...
There was pain when I said college. Now it's just making work. But there's also the point as well. Like, just
look at my mood.
Well,
look at my mood now that has shifted because I admitted I wasn't okay.
Control. But that's the thing is when you're doing, when you're interacting with people, it can be so much better. That's why,
100%.
That's why you go to the gym. That's why because like there's other people around, or you could. I mean, think this way. Think about gym, for instance. If you're lifting weights, okay, if you're doing any kind of bench press, you don't do it alone. You have a fucking spotter, right?
So if you drop the bar, they got you.
Exactly. And most of the time, actually in the gym, if you just asked a random person, you've just reached out to someone, they're probably going to spot you. Like, it doesn't have to be someone you massively know to still make some kind of connection.
Right. And who knows where that connection can lead. So, like, you ask, hey, can you spot me on this? And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, well, okay, let's go have a drink after we, whatever. And then then that spirals into...
Yeah, and then next time, or they might notice, hey, you do similar weight to me. Could you spot me? And next time you're in the gym, hey, man, how you doing?
Yeah. The bottom line is you are my spotter today. And so we're going to close this out because...
Too fucking heavy, guys. It's too... No.
Close this out.
Close out. No, it's mine.
Yes. Oh, no.
You're the goddamn guest, motherfucker. You're the guest. I'm closing out. I won't use my sign-off. But I am closing out. And if you don't know what my sign-off is, go and look at my podcast. I've already told you. Get the fuck over there. But
just get the cookies in advance. Just get the cookies in.
Now you have to go and see my podcast and know what he's on about. Right. So
there it is.
If you haven't made a connection, if you haven't reached out, if you're low at the moment, please go and speak to someone. There are so many. If you just go onto your computer, go onto your phone. I mean, you're on one of them to hear us right now. Just put in, I need help. Something is going to come up near you that you can ring, that you can text, whatever it is. Or if it's just a friend, if it's family, there is someone there that can help you. No matter what it is, it can be a close friend, it can be someone you barely know. Someone is going to reach back if you need it. Next week you will have next week you might have something a bit different, but in the future, for more podcasts, the next podcast of Lobel Spark you see will be Lobel back in charge. If I give him the keys back, I'll take him for a test run. But thank you.
Thank you for giving me my keys.
I haven't given the fucking keys yet. I'm hiding them. But thank you for joining us today. As you can see, the idea of friendship is something you should always look for. So go out there, reach out if you need to, and have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you again. Bye, everyone.